Good morning, everyone. This is Deb, and it came to me that it might be a good idea for me to record a finish of one of the stitch-along pieces that I have completed using the Eastmoreland pattern. Now, keep in mind that this is my interpretation of Kathy's pattern. So I have made it into this particular one. I've also got a Christmas one, which is the Christmas one is the one the other videos are working on. So in the other videos, I'm showing you how to do the prep work, and I'm using the Christmas one as the example. But in this case, I decided I wanted to make one in what I call Spookyville, or Spooky Town, either one. Sometimes I call it Spooky Town, sometimes I call it Spookyville. But since I live close to Nashville, I kind of went with this Spookyville. Anyway, it is, as you saw in the other videos, it's made out of black flannel, and Kathy had a different border. I decided to use a border that looks like a fence, you know, an old rusty, so I used gray there. I used all DMC embroidery flosses. And then up here is a gate, and over here I put a pumpkin. So all of the applique pieces are fabric, or cotton fabric. I used the I don't remember the name of the fabric. It's a Moda Fabric. Essentials. It was the Essentials by Stacy Hsu. Is the, and in this case it was Halloween. She has different essentials. And this one happens to be the Halloween one. So in addition to that, I used stamps, to where I stamped directly the image directly onto the fabric, and then I stitched around it. So I used a variety of different stitches on each of the houses. Let's see if I can't pull this up a little bit. And you can see that I also included beadwork. So like this little tree has got some beads. This fence around the cemetery has got beads. So I used beads throughout. So this is the first block of homes. And when I say block, I mean like a city block or a Spookyville block. And I've just added, you know, grass. This particular floss color is so perfect, because it's not quite, it's not orange, and it's not gold, and it's not, you know, it's just perfect. I just love that color. Anyway, some of the fabrics, as you can see, had bats and different things on it, and some of them I just cut out and stitched around them, keeping in mind still that I appliqued, I first ironed down the pieces with soft fuse. And then some of the fabrics had pumpkins, and I just cut the pumpkins out and then stitched them down. And then here, you know, there's a little ghost come out of the chimney. Here's a street sign. So that's the first block. And then here is, open this up. So here's the second block. I'm knocking all my stuff out here. And this was a stamp. Yeah, this was a stamp. And I used a different, I used different types of vegetation and trees and different stitches throughout on the housing. There's a little broom propped up there, kind of hard to see, but, and then the cemetery. Every Spookyville needs a cemetery. And I used a micron pen to write. And then some of the, I did stitch over some of the writing, but some of it I just left it, like Bob, 1692. So that's the second block, residential block. And then here is the next one. Here's a street sign here. And another ghost coming out of the chimney. I tried to, I did use Kathy's, the templates for her homes, for the homes. But some of them I used like upside down, or I didn't use them all the same way. I flipped them around so that they looked different. And then a lot of them, as you can see here, I added, you know, a like a, you know, what do you call those things on the top of the house where you can stand up there and look out and not fall off? Anyway, and more beadwork, more beadwork. So this little town has got their Spookyville has got their town decorated up for Halloween. And then these are some green beads. And there's a hootie owl. That was a stamp. And here is a coffin with a skeleton in it. And a bat. And then we'll move down here to the last block. And here's another little cemetery here in the corner. And a house. This is a witch's cauldron. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a witch's cauldron there with bubbles. And these bubbles are beads. And there's beads up here and beads in the trees and all kinds of, you know, stitch work on the different, so you can see there's little X's and things on here. And more beadwork. Here I've got some French knots coming out of that chimney. And then the grass, I tried to make it in a color. This is that color I was telling you about that I love so much. I tried to make it in a color because this is, you know, it's dark and it's moonlight, you know, kind of a thing. And so that's why I chose this color rather than a green. And although we are so dry right now in this area that our grass looks like that. It did. And then another little ghost. He was also a stamp. I stamped them on some of the fabric that was the blank. It didn't have anything on it. The coordinating fabric that was with this line. And then cut them out, or I put the adhesive on the back, the iron-on, and ironed them down and then stitched around them. So, and then as you can see, the fence goes all the way around, and clear down to the bottom. So I thought that I would show this to you. And, you know, I know that lots of you have posted your version on Facebook, which is awesome. And so I invite you, if you are interested in primitive quilts, to join our Facebook group. It's called Primitive Folk Art Quilts and Needle Arts, and it's on Facebook, and you are certainly welcome to join us. We are doing this, we are still in this, doing this stitch along through November, like mid-November. I forget exactly what the date is, but like around mid-November. And then from there, we're going to work on another Kathy Schmitz pattern, the one with the snowmen. And so it's a similar pattern in that it's on dark flannel and it's got different snowmen, and then we'll decorate the snowmen up. So anyway, I thought that I would share this with you and invite you to come join us, and hope you have a great day and a great week. This is Deb signing off. Talk to you later. Bye.